Hello everyone, and welcome. A little bit of a different video today. It's been raining on and off all weekend. We're in a break right now, but it's probably going to rain again soon. So I decided I was going to work on a little project. But I can't work on it at home. So let's go inside. I came to work and I'm going to use some of the stuff that's here in the garage. In the last video, I mentioned that I found the head of a hatchet. Now it still has bits of carbon fiber inside. It's a little rusty. It's a little beat up on the end here. I'm hoping to grind this flat, get rid of the rust, put a new handle on it, and sharpen it up a little bit. I've got a nice vise that I can put the axe head in. I brought my own kit with my drill and my drill bits. I brought some new wedges. And on Amazon, I ordered a nice little 10.5-inch handle, which I'm hoping won't be too hard to make fit in here. So step one, I need to get the old part of the handle out. So I'm hoping I can use my drill and drill it out as much as possible. So step one is done. It's been drilled out. It's a little bit rusty in there. I'd like to clean it up. So I'm going to stick it back into the vise. And I have my Dremel with a couple of different grinding bits. I should be able to clean up inside the eye fairly fast and fairly easy. Okay, so the next step, there's bits of paper, the old label stuck on here, and a little bit of rust. But there's a wire wheel on this. I've got the guard in place, I'm wearing my glasses. I should be able to turn this on and just clean all the rust off. I've got an extra little flashlight here, shining more light on what I'm doing. Okay, it's not perfectly clean, but it's going to be functional. Now I need to grind these burrs off, and then we can put the handle on. changing plans. I think before I grind these off, I'm going to put the handle on so that I've got something better to hold on to while I'm grinding off the burrs. So I've got a piece of 60 grit sandpaper. I've already put the head on and it only comes down to about here, and here it tapers out. So I'm going to need to sand a little bit of this down. A wood file would be fantastic for this, but I don't have one. Sandpaper is going to have to do. But at 60 grit, it should do a fine job. Now I've got it so that it's sitting about halfway in. I think if I get down on the concrete floor and tap it a few times, I can get it to where it needs to go. And I put a small piece of hardwood on top. So with a little bit of persuasion, the handle is in and it's pretty much flush. So now I'm going to put the axe in the vise, handle pointing down. And I've got the wooden wedge. I brought just a small saw. I'm going to use that to cut the wedge off. Now, I take one of the steel wedges and I insert it across the grain. And we've got two, so we may as well use two. Both wedges are in. The hatchet head is really tight. Now that I've cleaned it up, it's 1.5 pound head. On that short little handle. Gonna be interesting. Now let's see if we can get rid of some of these burrs. The last little thing I want to do while I'm here, because I've got the grinding wheel, I just want to reshape the edge. But I have to do it quick because I don't want to overheat the head, because I don't want to ruin the heat treat on it. If I overheat it, it'll get too soft and too brittle, and then it'll chip. So it's just going to be a quick pass, just to remove a little bit of the bulk, and then when I get home, I can use my stone and finish sharpening it up. Alright, I got plenty of room to work with the light right there. Let's do this. So I've created somewhat of an edge. I'll be able to finish the rest of it on my stone at home. Now, I picked up just a small case for it. I could have gone a little longer with the handle. Being a 1.5 pound head, I could have gone with a 12, even a 14-inch handle. But honestly, for the little work that I'm going to use this for, I think that'll be just fine. Now I'm going to pack up my gear, head back for home, and we'll finish it up on the stone. Well, that was an adventure. I got done at the shop. I packed everything up. As I came out of the door, I left there and I went to the store to pick up a few things before coming home. And when I come out of the store, the sky had cleared right up. The sun was shining. It was a beautiful day. I got home. I figured, good, I'll finish the video outside. I brought everything out here on the deck. I got everything all set up. And I could see the clouds behind me were getting darker and darker and darker. And just as I sat down, I heard thunder. I looked back, I could see lightning, and there was a storm on its way. So I threw everything in the house before the rain started. But by that point, it was just about time for supper. So we had supper and everything, and then I waited for the rain to stop. It's nice and clear now. So it's time to continue with what we were doing. Now, this was never meant to be a, let's make this axe beautiful. This was meant to be, this is a cheap axe head I found. Let's fix it up and make it workable. I still may at some point decide to paint this and protect it. But for now, I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to sharpen it up and use it a few times and see how it goes. I've got an old whetstone. I used to use this to sharpen my knives, but it's developed a little bit of a belly here, and it doesn't do a good job on the knives anymore. So I've got something new to sharpen my knives, but I can still use the ends to sharpen my axe, because the axe does not need to be as sharp as my knives do. It does not need to be perfect, it just needs to split wood. As long as we get it close, I don't need to shave with it. And I never use oil on my stones. I've always used just water. That way, if I I happen to bring it out in the field and I need to use it. As long as I got water, I'm good. So all I do is I take the coarse side and I do circular motions. And then I turn the axe around and do the same thing. After doing that circular motion for a while, then I take it and I run it. And what I'll do is I'll go 5 times, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Once I get to 1, I'll usually do 1, 1, 1, 1, about 5 times. And then I check it. And I feel if it's getting close. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a razor blade. If it's a razor blade, it's just going to chip way too easy. But it has to have an edge to it. And right now this has just a little bit of an edge. So once that edge is getting close, then I wet down the finer side. But this time, I skipped the circular motion. Okay, so with the finer side, I repeated that process about 4 times. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1 5 times. It's not shaving sharp, but again, you don't want it to be shaving sharp. If it's shaving sharp, you're just going to chip the blade. It will, however, if I run my thumb sideways on it, it will shave my thumbnail a little. So it's sharp. It's just not razor blade sharp. Now, I'm not a professional at sharpening axes. I taught myself to do it. This is actually the first axe that I refurbish. I'm learning as I go. And really the only reason I did it is because I found this head and I wanted to see if I could save it. I think it's going to work out pretty good. Now, the final step. I always like to protect it. And I do this with my axes and my knives. After I sharpen them, when I'm putting them away, just a light coating of mineral oil. It'll help protect it from rusting. It'll help protect the wood. This little leather strap that came with the handle, I think I'm going to remove that. I may tie on a piece of paracord. Because the handle is so short, I may tie a little bit of a bigger loop that I can put my wrist through and hold on to the hatchet. And again, I'm not a professional. Don't take my advice on how to do this. I'm teaching myself as I go. But I want to pour a little bit more mineral oil in that head and let it soak. Just because I know I did a bit of sanding on the head or on the haft to get it into the head. So the more oil I can get in there, the better it'll protect it from rusting. So there we have it. Old hatchet head has a new handle. At £1.50, it's a fairly hefty swing for such a short handle. But it should work out pretty good. So the next step will be to put this away and get ready for its first use on my next trip out. I haven't decided if that's going to be a camping trip or just a day trip or whatever, but whatever it happens to be, I will be bringing this and testing it out. Every time I use it, as with all my other axes, when I come home, I put away all my gear, I take a bit of time, I come out. If they've taken a chip or anything, I bring my stone out and I go over them. Because I just refurbished this one and I know that blade is not as sharp as it probably could be, every time I use it, it will get a little bit of stone time and eventually that bit is going to be really sharp. The nice part of having mineral oil on my rag, I can rub just a little bit onto this sheath and it'll protect that as well. And there you have it. My first hatchet rescue. It ain't pretty, but it's mine. I want to thank you all for joining me on this one. Always a pleasure having you around. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you're going to do that, you may as well hit the notification bell. When you do, there'll be a drop-down menu. In that menu, select all. That should let you know whenever we put out a new video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.